Hi guys, Aaron Dorr here with Iowa Gun Owners with a kind of a weekend wrap up on the first week of the 2019 session. What's going on right now in the fight for gun rights? As you guys probably all know by now, session kicked off on Monday at 10 a.m. We have a whole new crop of lawmakers in Des Moines in both chambers now in the House and Senate. Some who are good on guns, some who hate your gun rights. And so now the real work begins on trying to pass constitutional carry law here in Iowa. As you've seen now in our videos, in our emails, we have unveiled our bill sponsors for 2019. We're very proud to have Senator Brad Zahn as our sponsor in the Iowa State Senate and Representative Jeff Shipley in the Iowa House carrying the bill, carrying constitutional carry this year for gun owners in Iowa. And so now the real fight begins because, of course, there are a tremendous amount of people in media and the Bloomberg-funded anti-gun lawmakers here in Iowa and Bloomberg activists who are trolling this state capitol, who want to make sure that whatever else happens, constitutional carry dies on the vine in 2019. And that's why our co-sponsor push is going to begin in just a matter of hours, just next week here on Monday as session kicks off. So we'll begin our huge push for co-sponsors in the Iowa House and Senate on constitutional carry. Look, here's the thing. Lots of lawmakers tell you how pro-gun they are at election time. They all love to be pro-gun when they want your campaign money, when they want your votes, and when they want your volunteer hours to knock on doors with them or march in parades with them. They want you to fight for them. Now the question is, will they fight for you by co-sponsoring? And more than just co-sponsoring, we want them to go to their leadership team and say, hey, we want this to happen in 2019. We discussed with you guys in multiple broadcasts over the last week or so the huge setback for the constitutional right to keep and bear arms amendment. This is Matt Winchell's bill that he's been using to try to browbeat constitutional carry with. And this was a measure that would provide, they claim, protections to our gun rights in our state constitution. But they drafted the bill wrong or they had some procedural problems with the Secretary of State's office. And so now the breaking news from Monday of this past week is that bill cannot be implemented, that constitutional amendment cannot be implemented until at minimum 2023. And that's if everything goes according to plan. And so of course you all know that lawmakers have been telling you guys throughout the 2018 session that, oh, I'd vote for constitutional carry, but I'm going to focus on this instead. This is now a 5-year project minimum. However, constitutional carry can be law and take effect July 1st of this year, July 1st, 2019. So the time for talk is over. The time for excuses is over. It's time now that Iowa lawmakers who all purport to be, are those who purport to be pro-gun, stand up and fight for gun owners. We have a tremendous amount of animosity towards gun rights right now here in Des Moines. We all know how many people want to repeal stand your ground law. We know people want to repeal shall issue law even here in Iowa. And they darn sure are not going to pass constitutional carry without a major fight. And that's why our co-sponsor push is going to be so important. In fact, we have links above and below right now if you guys to fire off kind of our first email and urging people to co-sponsor this bill. So when you finish watching this video, take a moment. And if you're watching on YouTube, the links are below. If you're watching in an email blast, the links are below this video. And if you're watching on Facebook, the links could be above and below this video. So wherever you're watching this broadcast from, help us begin this fight to get co-sponsors behind this bill. This is the bill that is already law in over a dozen states across the country. Almost 25% of the country currently enjoys the very freedoms that we're fighting for right now in Iowa. I don't know about you, but I think it's high time that with a pro-gun majority in both chambers and a pro-gun governor who says they all support gun rights, with them all being in office right now, I think it's high time that Iowans enjoy the same freedom that gun owners do in so many other states around us. And so that is the first action item. And also, of course, when session kicked off on Monday, so too did the battle to make sure that we stop red flag gun seizure laws here in Iowa. We all know what this is now. This is the bill that will allow your firearms to be confiscated for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. It depends on the final language on the floor. It allows your firearms to be confiscated having never been convicted in court. of anything, And as you know, this bill sadly has bipartisan support in theory amongst the upper echelons of the Iowa House. And that's why your emails, which are also above and below this video, are so crucial as well to tell your lawmakers that you don't care who sponsors this bill. You don't care who tries to improve this bill. You don't care who says that they've taken out the worst parts of this bill. Red flag gun seizures are the worst gun control bill to be seen here in Iowa in the now 11 years that IGO has been fighting for gun rights. So make sure and tell your lawmakers to oppose this bill, again, regardless of where it comes from. Guys, much more to come in the days ahead. Session begins tomorrow, right after lunch in Des Moines. We'll be down there again trying to begin this big push for co-sponsors. Guys, actually, I misspoke. It's a federal holiday. I'm sorry, a federal holiday on Monday, but it begins on Tuesday, and we'll be there fighting for gun rights and making sure your lawmakers know what you expect of them. Help us fight for you. Fire off your emails today. More to come. Have a great day.